Hey, Nathan here, helping you become a better jungler. I have a review request today from a player over on the European West server. He's Gold 2. This is a Sejuani game of his. He goes 5, 2, and 14. It is a win. This is also on patch 10.4 with the new Cinderhulk changes. I do think Sejuani is definitely starting to really see up there in terms of potentially the best tank jungler in the game right now. So I'm pretty excited to do this review on patch 10.4. I talked about it in my patch 10.4 rundown. The link I'll put up on a card here if you want to take a look at that. But right, definitely do like the direction Riot's going just for versatility in the jungle. Sejuani was super OP around this time last year, sort of like dropped off a little bit, but I'm not saying I just want the game to be just tank junglers, but just again having those options I think is really healthy for the game. So why do you want me to review this game specifically? He says he played this game good, but I felt like I wasn't using my tempo so much, and in-game without Pyke, it would be lost. At the start, I got lucky at mid lane, and after that, I tried to protect my bot lane from Nidalee. I thought she would try to come back with gank in that lane. After second dragon, we were in full control of the game. Okay, great. I'll take a look at this in terms of tempo and momentum. I do like that you're talking about this and thinking about this, especially if you're looking to climb further than obviously your gold 2 right now. It's very important as a jungler to have a good understanding of grasp of tempo and momentum. And that always comes down to the way you base. That really is all where it stems from. Basing, spending your gold, resetting the map, resetting your position on the map. Specific moments of the game he wants me to focus on. So game after Herald spawns, could I use my tempo to take it faster? And did I hovering bot lost my tempo, or I lost by making wrong decision? Okay, so yeah, definitely lots of questions we'll take a look at here. I will go into your win condition in a second. Just going to take a look at your runes first. So going Aftershock, this is obviously standard on Sejuani. Font of Life, Bone Plating. Okay, so usually you go conditioning here, especially this game. So bone plating is only good against assassin comps. Like if I'm versing a Kha'Zix or something like that in the jungle, bone plating's good. This game, I mean, these guys are all super sustained damage. There's not really any burst coming from these guys. Conditionings are going to make you much tankier to be able to deal with the burst, the consistent damage coming from all these champs. Bone plating, again, only take that if you're versing heavy bursty assassin comps that do all their damage and do nothing else. But Cassio is going to do constant damage. Nid, sort of, but not really. Maud, Vayne, take conditioning. Overgrowth, this is good. Triumph, Alacrity, these are good. Attack speed, armor, and health. Okay, so these runes definitely need to be adjusted, your rune stats. You're versing a very heavy AEP team. I actually don't think armor does anything for this game because Vayne's basically true damage. Let me actually think about this a little bit more. Do you take double magic resist here? Or armor magic resist? I think this is a double magic resist game. Like they have so much MR. Sometimes if I feel like they have a little bit, like let's say if you're versing an AD jungler here, I would go armor and magic resist, but again, armor's not going to do you anything this game. And you know, you would say like, you know, why don't I take some health, Nathan? It will help me potentially get a Warmogs earlier or something like that. I think that magic resist is so effective this game. It's ridiculous. So because my thought process there was how I got it. It's like if I verse full AD comps, I pick double armor. I think it's so effective. If I'm just going to the same thought process. But I mean, I guess maybe you could go magic resist and health, but my gut feeling is to go double magic resist. If anyone else have any thoughts on that, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Okay, so let's take a look at win condition now. So win condition was Pyke because of very good synergy with my champion. Absolutely. We could use to impact bot lane. Alright, yep. Definitely agree with you. Pyke is a massive win condition. Pyke Sedge is an excellent combo. You're versing a very vulnerable Cassiopeia. You guys play this well. You guys win this 2v2 super hard. I mean, Mordekaiser, these guys are running both Ignites, so maybe okay to gank this early and get Poppy, sort of get magic resist items. That will be great for her. And bot, you do have a Nami Misfortune. I wouldn't worry about bot at all in terms of the early game. Or again, I think what you've said here is get Pyke ahead, and then you guys four-man stuff bot. But I don't want you to really do things bot alone. I mean, obviously Misfortune's a good lane bully, but you know, you guys don't have the best CC, and these guys can kite you pretty easily. You know, Condemn, Vayne, Lulu can speed you up and polymorph you and stuff. So I think early game, top side of the map, but heavy, like mid, if we all in mid, just chop down this tree so hard, then Pike, unlock Pike, you're going to win this game. Okay, so let's look at your early path in now. Okay, so I also want to talk a lot about the Nidalee matchup in terms of playing tank junglers as well. So, I mean, I've thought about this a lot, and I've played against Nid a lot, especially very high elo, good Nid players. Obviously, this is gold, so some of this might not be applicable to you, but if you're looking to start blue here, it actually opens you up to Nid really punishing you. And also, I mean, there's actually many factors why you shouldn't be starting blue here. I mean, obviously, it's good. You know, I did say top side of the map was good, win condition, but just making sure that you secure a red is really important, because if you do this and Nid knows you start a bot, she can easily kill you on red. I mean, it's happened to me so many times. I just sort of start red on tank junglers a lot. I just do like that a lot. And also, Sedge is clear in terms of doing bot side. She's actually not very healthy. Like, you are starting Talisman, so if you're looking to do Gromp, you're not very good with Gromp because you don't Machete, but it looks like you actually do skip this. And I do think that this path is not optimal if you're skipping Gromp. So I definitely think you should have done this game a red, Raptors, Wolves, blue, Rift Scuttler, Gromp, base, and then look to pressure topside. That would be my ideal path this game. Because again, you don't really want to do anything bot. I mean, maybe you could have done a potential bot gank, but I actually really don't want Nidalee to steal your Krugs as well. So showing on the map would have been not ideal. So I hope that sort of made sense for you there. But I mean, see, look how punishing this is for you. I mean, I guess you just used your health potion, you still have one more, but like, you could be dead here so easily. Like, I want to emphasize how vulnerable you are in this position right now. Like, you have no vision at all with Nidalee. I mean, actually, do you know that Nidalee started red? Let me just go back here as well. Do we have information on that? Yeah, so Mordekaiser shows early to lane. They're late to lane. She started red. I doubt she's gotten fake leashed. That just doesn't really happen in gold. So yeah, you're dead here if this Nidalee was a bit better. Especially as you climb up to high yellow. So I mean, obviously this is a very Nidalee specific thing, but I do want to just give you that knowledge just in case sometimes you might be confused how to play against a Nids as a tank, because Nid again can shut you down. Okay, so I do think this gank is potentially a bit risky. Again, you don't know exactly where Nid is. You know she's most likely topside, but if she hasn't shown when you've walked here, I think this is pretty safe. And Pike is obviously very good to be ganking with. And you miss your Q here. Okay, so this is a huge misplay from you. In general, you don't want to have to use your Q as Sedge. So ideally, you're starting ganks with Ws or just an auto attack, get the red buff slow. It will help you get Q off much easier and force to burn a flash. Like, the ideal best scenario for a Sedge is to walk up, auto attack, W, she flashes, Q, get the stun off, and then you can finish her off. And also, the other thing as well, starting ganks with Qs, that's your only escape ability now gone, which makes, again, you very, very vulnerable. I mean, obviously you missed it there. If you hit it there, it would have been a bit better. You do burn her flash, but she could have chunked her a lot better there. Okay, so this is super risky. You're walking into topside river now. You don't know where Nidalee is right now. I mean, you should know she's topside because you had the information that she was bot. Actually, she actually ganks top here early as well. Okay, I actually didn't even see that. So she's actually pretty low, so I guess it might be potentially safe to walk into here, but again, like, she does have heals, she does have double buffs. Nidalee is pretty devastating, and you see Nid here, hit by a spear, you're dead here. Oh, really good Q. Alright, that was a really good Q. Okay, you actually mentioned here, I think in your review request, where was it, that you said, I got lucky at mid lane after. Yeah, that was a lot of luck. That could have gone really south for you. Again, there's a lot of thought process there that was really risky, that it looks like it's paid off, but I want you to understand the decision making around that was not ideal. So do your Rift Scuttler now, do your Krugs, then base and go bot side. Do your Krugs. This is an opportunity to do them. You must be doing your Krugs. Ideally, especially as a tank on your first clear. Like, you're level 3 right now at 4 minutes. As a tank, I definitely want to be level 4 by 4 minutes. That's a really good gauge of, your efficiency. So now you're forced to go bot and you've skipped your Krugs. Like, I mean, potentially you're looking to get here on Rift Scuttler for Nid, but this is still a Nid at the end of the day. Like, you don't really have much damage. Like, just let her get bot Rift Scuttler. It's way more important for you to get this base. It would have been much cleaner. Again, bot lane has full priority here. And actually, I mean, Nid's pretty weak, so Nid's actually failing a lot of ganks here, which is pretty good for you. If you can get through a free early game, not die, and get level 6, like, that's, like, great for you. Nid really won't be able to do enough damage to be impactful, so... Pike scares her off. Oh, you missed the Q range. That's definitely one thing you can't mess up as Sejuani as well. Just understanding the Q range. Like, you're going for a max range Q. Like, this stuff can lose you games, skirmishes, honestly. But do get the kill with Pike. This is good. Pike has double buffs now. Alright, so this is a pretty good early game for you. Let's see how you could, again, be using your tempo and momentum. Okay, so, looking to gank bot here again. I wouldn't worry too much about bot. What I want you to do right now is create an efficient jungle path around the next objective, which is, I mean, Pike's doing great. He has Tiamat. He's going to have constant push of mid. He's 2-0 right now. Dragon is the next objective on the map. So what I want you to do here is, I need you to just go into full clearing mode. Gromp, Wolves, Raptors, Krugs, don't worry about top at all. Like, Mordekaiser's getting to a point where you guys, it's going to be, you know, you could be level 6 soon. It's going to be painful to gank him. Base, reset, come down here. You should have Barmy Cinder by then. Refresh your control wards, then get Dragon. So that's your ideal scenario. Ideally, you shouldn't have shown bot here. You're wasting a lot of time here. And this is actually wasting momentum and tempo. You could be on Raptors, like, right now. So, wasting a lot of time here. Looks like you actually are doing this path. Okay, so we're looking for a gank here. So this is not... Mid doesn't have priority here. I mean, the Windwave's not in the best position right now. Way more important to base, get Krugs. You haven't got Krugs yet once. This is so important. What's your level right now? You literally just started level 5. You should be looking to be really close or at level 6 right now if you've been farming efficiently. The reason you're level 5 right now, you know, with like 20% of the way through, is because you haven't done Krugs once. You must kill them, like, to get the scaling experience on them. They give the most experience in gold. It's the most important camp as a jungler, especially as a tank jungler that needs to be looking to scale. So you're wasting a lot of time here. Now you base, and now guess what? You're going to be forced to go bot side for blue. You just missed your Krugs again. Really not ideal. This is going to be a huge problem for you. It's actually going to be not so much now. The next, like, level 6, 7, 8, 9, you're going to be getting them very slowly because you haven't got Krugs. You haven't got levels on them. Not good. These Krugs experience scaling changed with patch 10.3. I did a review on that. Really important to be getting Krugs at least before once 5 minutes and constantly looking to be clearing them after that. Okay, so we've got a bit of a fight happening here. You're not level 6. You're so weak right now. You need to get level 6. Really important. Looks like you do get that Rift Scholarship. You're probably not going to lose Dragon, and the enemy team is scared of the Pike. Farm, farm, farm. Like, your entire jungle path is really messed up now. Red's up, Krugs are up. Like, you've got a bit of everything. You know, you've got decision fatigue right now. It's going to really cause a lot of inefficiency in this game. Come on, let's just do Gromp. You don't have priority mid bot. You don't have priority mid. You don't want to know where Nid is. You're not level 6. Instant mindset. Get level 6. Every second counts. Alright, great. Pike get this kill here. Okay, so let's again get into the mindset. Efficient jungle path. I need you to just clear your Krugs. That's actually just it. Clear your Krugs, base reset, go bot side for Dragon. So it looks like you're doing this. Red buff, Krugs, Krugs, Krugs. Oh, this is so painful to watch. So, I mean, you're level 6 at 10 minutes. This is a problem. This is a problem, Mizato. Okay, so you are going bots. So I would be a little bit cautious of mid. You do have bot priority, but I always like to set up Dragon like properly. And the way you want to do this here, just to make sure, come here, hit the scrying plant, check if it's up, place a control ward here, check this brush if there's a control ward, clear, set it up properly. And if we actually look right now, actually this is control warded, and look at this. Now she can, like, Cassio can freely walk into this river for free because you haven't set this up properly. I mean, Nid's in base right now, so she's probably actually just going to die for this. Pike can easily roam, but my thought process here is you need to set this up properly. So I like that you backed off there, you waited for your Pike, and you're just going to kill her. That's good, but again, let's set up Dragon properly so, you know, you don't throw games off this stuff. Like, you can throw games off not setting up objectives properly, even if they look good. So now it looks like Oh, really good ults. Does Pike have ults? He does. This is going to be a kill. Great. Okay, so game's going pretty well for you. So thinking about Rift Herald, I think Rift Herald's not very doable. I wouldn't want to deal with this Mordekaiser. He's pretty annoying. I would keep hammering bot, and obviously, I mean, hammering, sorry, mid. And then again, with the thought process of keep diving, like when your ult comes back up, you do have flash. Cassio doesn't have flash. Kill them, 4-man dive bot. Let's break that tower with Pike's roaming. And also, make Sejuani Nidalee's jungle yours. Like, she's so useless right now. You can just walk all over her. You're going to start getting magic resist soon. Again, I need you to play some controls in here. So then, make this, again, your jungle. And pressure bot side. Don't worry too much about top. I'm not too fussed about Rift Herald. I mean, maybe you can do Rift Herald as well after ganking mid. Actually, I think that's what you want to do. Do Rift Herald after a mid gank with Pike. And then look to use that to either break mid or bot. Alright, so you are skipping Krugs again. You haven't got it once. This is a huge problem. Huge problem. I can't emphasize that enough. And coming from mid gank, this should be pretty free. You don't have ult. She ults. Good mid gank. Oh, you actually get hit by a Nid Spear there. If you had magic resist there, this is a perfect example. I think you would have survived that. So, Pike, Nidalee is just literally feeding at this point. Alright, so we do go top side here. Okay, so yes, I still want you to do Krugs, but this is a situation where you've just lost your opportunity to do Krugs so many times. I need you to go straight bot. They're actually pressuring hardcore bot. Pike is roaming down. I need you to, again, your mindset needs to be, I need to be with Pike getting objectives. So come down here with Pike, out of base, don't go top side. Pressure this. They're going to be forced out. We can actually organically get this tower. Everyone's pretty healthy. Play around Pike. You come top here. This is a waste of time. Like, come down here. Pressure this. Look at this Nid. If you're here, she's dead. Take her red. Take all her bot side camps. You shouldn't be on mid lane duty. Like, even if Mordekaiser's here, just let him get plates in this tower. Just break bot. Honestly. He's not going to be able to get tower. He's just going to be wasting time. Mordekaiser doesn't get towers fast at all. Okay, so this is actually potentially scary Rift Herald. Cassio has priority top. You don't know where Mordekaiser is. You don't exactly have sweeper. You haven't used sweeper trinket. Mordekaiser does show, so it is free. But again, setting up objectives properly, things can go south for you pretty quickly. Okay, so mindset right now. Let's not gank this Mordekaiser mid. Waste of time. What I want you to do right now is create an efficient jungle path again over the next objective, which is again breaking this bot tower, unlock your Misfortune Nami. Red, I just need you to clear your Krugs again. I can't emphasize that enough. I think everything, all my thought process right now is just figure out a way to tell this guy to do Krugs. And this is one of those reasons. I don't want you to waste your time ganking a Mord. He does flash there. I mean, that could have been a potential kill, but do your Krugs. You haven't done them once in 15 minutes. This is not good. Alright, so Pike is just popping off his 8-0 right now. Again, mindset, create an official jungle path around Krugs. I mean, ideally you did that and then you're coming down bot for Dragon right now. Come on, we're going to do Krugs now. No, we missed it again. Okay, so this is a pretty bad Rift Herald. Rift Herald actually does not much damage anymore. You don't know where Nid is. Cassio can freely defend this. Pike's not here. You need to be using Rift Heralds to break towers. She actually might kill this before. Ooh, actually that was pretty close. I actually thought it would do less damage than that. But using Rift Herald to break towers. And make sure they got guaranteed towers. Again, I wouldn't have worried too much about that. Like, use it to when Pike is around. Because you could have maybe even gotten 2 towers with that. If you killed Cass and then pressured it, like 2 towers would have been even better, right? Alright, so Nid dies, free Dragon now. So remember that rule with Rift Herald, always be trying to break towers with it. It's not effective to just be kicking a tower. I mean, in this case, 1 health, you are lucky in this sense, but, you know, potentially you could have looked to got 2. It could have been, basically what I'm trying to say is it could have been a way more effective Rift Herald. Okay, so let's think about right now, what is the next objective on this game? This is what you always need to be asking yourself. The answer is top tower. I need you to break this with Baron going to be your next objective in the next 3 minutes or so. I want you to create an efficient jungle path around that. So the way you want to do that is do your blue, Gromp, Wolves, base, go topside, get some control wards, get some control of river. Ideally your bot lane is here with you. Like top bot tower's gone, mid tower's gone. This is the next objective. I need you to get that so you can be able to get priority of top lane when Baron starts to spawn, you know, in the next 3 minutes or so. So you shouldn't be bot at all. This is a huge waste of time. You do your blue and you skip your camps again. Again, inefficiency. Level 10 at 18 minutes coming up. And you've had such a good early game. You've had a free early game. You need to have way more CS at this stage. I mean, I like your mindset right now. You're protecting your bot lane, but they shouldn't be. This is not the next objective. This is the next objective. This is just wasting time. This is how you throw games. By fighting like around not key objectives. Because they can easily defend this tower, right? Like, let's just break this, get control of top side, get a 20-minute Baron. It's going to be very easy with Pyke. And then look to end this game as quickly as possible. So, I mean, it does look like it's working out for you. I mean, you guys are very far ahead. So you can look like you can get away from this, but I don't like risking games like this. I like to play solo queue very safe, methodical, textbook League of Legends. Then you don't lose those games where you're like, well, 10k got ahead, how did we lose? And it always comes down to because I wasn't focusing on objectives and I was going for kills, kills, kills. They eventually got this one team fight that we shouldn't have taken in the first place, and then they catch up in gold, get a bunch of bounty shutdowns, and we lose the game. You know, you don't. I've had that feeling so many times. That's why I play textbook League of Legends right now. So yeah, I definitely think this is all wrong. Poppy looks like actually he's going to get this tower eventually. I mean, Poppy's actually becoming unkillable now, so that's pretty good for you. Farm. Let's start setting up Baron. Wasting time bot. Getting kills, but what objectives we're getting off this? Mid's hard to get. Let's break this. I need you to base. I need you to spend your gold. You have 2,000 gold. I need you to do your Wolves and Gromp before you base as well. Because this top side of the map is your next priority right now. Be efficient. Clears off the map. Get them scaling, experiencing gold levels. Then come top. So always be trying to think, where am I going to be in the next 2 minutes or so? Or what's the next priority in the map? If I can, sometimes you can't. Clear bot side camps. Then go to that area of the map. Alright, I love the 2 controls from base. This is good. Getting the Abyssal Mask. No, wait, what's the items? Adaptive Helm. Yes, that's definitely a very good item to get, especially against champs like Mordekaiser and Cassio. I like that you're top lane here. This is good, but Misfortune's not here. She should be here. Ideally, your Poppy's bot. It's very strange against she has Ignite and not TP. Okay, so we have 2 dragons. Dragons coming up soon. This is a way more bigger priority right now, even over potentially Baron, honestly. Like, let's come down here. Dragon. Dragon's up right now. Nearly could be taking away your potential win condition. I mean, yeah, you actually do Baron really slowly without Misfortune, so I definitely like the decision not to try and risk a Baron there. What are you doing right now? You're doing Rift Scuttler. You should have left ages ago. Nidalee can even steal this. So this, you chuck a ward there and then you start this. Look at this. Come help Misfortune. Nidalee's going to steal this. Oh, she actually dies. Okay, very lucky there. You could have been thrown away a free 4th Dragon win condition. Sometimes, again, you need to be prioritizing objectives over a Rift Scuttler. I can tell you 4th Dragon win condition is way more important than a single Rift Scuttler. So Nidalee is dead. We are going to do Baron now. Do you need to reset? I mean, you do have 2,100 gold, but your team, I guess, isn't basing. You have some pressure. Ideally, you're basing to spend your gold. You do have a lot of gold, but I mean, you just kill Mord here. I mean, I guess you can keep advancing. I always say spend your gold because you're a lot weaker here. Like, I'd love it if you had Adaptive Helm right now. You would be so unkillable. You could literally just siege towers. Like, sometimes just basing as a team, spending all your gold as soon as Baron's gone, you're going to be much stronger than sieging right now. I mean, even Misfortune has a lot of gold here. There's definitely items people can be building. You're sort of just like fighting for no reason. Like, gold in your inventory is useless gold. You know, you need to be spending it to actually be effective, get those stats. So we do have a bit of a siege going on here. Ideally, alright, so Pike is doing the right thing. He needs to be pressuring mid. Yep, come roam. I mean, ideally someone's more bot side. Like, ideally either Poppy, like, you're doing the right thing. You need to be sticking with your Misfortune Nami, but ideally either your Pike or Poppy is bot. Pressuring this, it's going to drag them to come there, and it's going to be able to open up this much easier to siege a tower. Just having the numbers advantage. And it's just annoying when someone's like split pushing, especially a Pike or a Poppy. I mean, ideally Pike's the one, because Pike is mobility boots, obviously. He can get to fights pretty quickly. So we got a bit of a fight. Misfortune actually dies here, which is not ideal. Really good ult on Vayne. Good Nami bubble. I mean, you guys are just so far ahead. You can just get away with, you know, not spending your gold and doing a bit sloppy Baron fights. But again, you don't really need to be team fighting like this to win the game. Alright, we can't end here. I need you to base. Spend your gold. You have 4,000 gold. Come on. Spawn timers are pretty low. It's 25 minutes. More thing coming up. Misfortune's dead. You guys are pretty low. You don't have ult. You don't have mana. You don't have the best siege comp. You have 3 melee champs. Identify when you can not end the game as well, because this again can lose you games. What you're doing right here. So you do eventually back off, but that decision making process was a little bit too slow. Again, every second counts in League. Alright, you get Warmogs. Can't get 2 controls. That's fine. Baron is gone now, but I mean, you guys still can siege. I mean, you guys can just dive. I don't even want to use the term siege, because again, you guys don't have a siege comp. Just dive. Just hard dive these guys. They're all super squishy. Great. Doing good here. Can you actually end off this? Actually, Misfortune died. So every time Misfortune dies just sucks. You actually can't end the game again, I don't think. They can just defend. I mean, you do have supers coming up here. I'll just play it safe right now. Play it safe. Come do dragon, and it actually looks like you die here. So this is again, that's why I say play it safe, because this stuff happens. You can lose the games off this sort of stuff, and obviously, you know, you fight here. Just base, get false dragon, methodically end the game. This tower here. Make sure you're giving the team no room to breathe. You know, like you've given the team room to breathe now. You've got a bunch of shutdown gold. Now you're gonna die. Potentially lose false dragon now as well. Alright, well, Misfortune's pretty strong still. She's going to solo this. You do get dragon, so it looks like you do. But again, my point here is don't take those risks. You will lose games like that. I mean, I know you've experienced games. We've all experienced games where we're sieging in this situation. We're 10, 15k gold up. But then suddenly they start crawling back into the game. Like I'm saying, not saying that would happen this game, but those 5%, 10% of those games that happen, like shouldn't happen, this could have been one of them, you know? So you do have 4th dragon now. I mean, you guys can just hard force. Potentially not even need bot or Baron. But ideally you are playing it, again, the safe option. Alright, Vayne's dead, and it looks like you guys end the game mid. Alright, so a lot to learn here. I mean, Krugs was the biggest one. I think I said that 100 times, this thing. Actually, I think you didn't do Krugs once in 30 minutes. For a camp that gives the most experience in gold, not doing that once, not good. I mean, I could tell your levels the entire game. You weren't as far ahead as you should have been. So definitely focus on that. In terms of momentum and tempo, it wasn't so much that as the problem. It was more you just not creating efficient jungle paths around next objectives and also identifying the next objective. I don't think I mentioned tempo or momentum much in this game at all. It was just spending gold, identifying win condition, objective. I mean, you identified the win condition Pike pretty well. You did play around it pretty well. But I do think you got incredibly lucky in terms of that early game. And playing around Nid, you got away with it because you're in gold too. But high Nids, like Diamond Plus, you will get punished for that path in. So that's going to be it for this review. You can check out my full notes over on my blog, nathanmott.gg. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.